Okay. All right. I'd like to welcome everyone to our 8th Oakbrook Business Networking meeting of 2021. I'm very excited this morning to welcome all of you to our meeting. Thank you for coming. My name is Michelle Sherritt. I am one of the owners and board members of the Oakbrook Business Network. Before we begin this morning, I'd like to cover some brief housekeeping items and tell you a little bit more about our network of business groups. We are comprised of 5 powerful networking groups: the Oakbrook Business Network, Naperville, Northwest, Windy City, and North Shore. Our groups were started back in 2008 on LinkedIn and have grown to be the largest networking groups online. We decided to take the groups live about 2 years ago, and we now have over 332 paid members. We are still growing even during COVID, and we'd love to have you become a member as well. Our yearly membership is $3.99 a year, and this includes all of your monthly meetings, any speaker fees, and breakfast. We normally meet at the Oakbrook Fitness Building located in the McDonald District, and we will start back up in-person events starting this month. We are very excited about that. Included in your membership are a bunch of advertising opportunities for you and your business to get the word out. We also have monthly happy hour events, and we also have 4 quarterly dinner formal events. All meetings, happy hours, dinners are open to the public as well, for a fee, of course, depending on the event and venue, to allow for our members to always be networking with new people. During COVID, we offered more advertising options to our members, and we're going to continue to do so through 2021. So please get in contact with us to learn more, or visit our website at oakbrookbiz.net. Today's talk, we ask that you keep yourself muted unless you have a question. Then you may unmute and we can do Q&A, or you may type your questions in as you think of them in your chat box. If you are on Facebook Live, please simply comment below and we will review those comments and questions at the appropriate times. Today's talk will be recorded, and the recording will be made available for your viewing on our website at oakbrookbiz.net later on today. Today's speaker was going to be Holly O'Donnell. However, she had a family emergency over the weekend and is not going to be able to speak with us this morning. We will have Holly's talk rescheduled for later on this year, so stay tuned for future dates on our website at oakbrookbiz.net and on the events page. In replacement of Holly's talk today, I will be speaking with you for maybe 20 to 30 minutes on marketing and how you can do a few simple things to jumpstart your marketing and give yourself a push in the right direction to get referrals and new business. So without further ado, I will go ahead and start. So today's talk is a play off of my marketing webinar that I normally do in collaboration with Holly's talk. I've listened to Holly's talk before. Holly's spoken to our groups before, so I have a few things in here that she has spoken about as well to kind of tie the two together because they are important and they do go together. Marketing and building relationships are important. So if we think about it, business is all about relationships, building those relationships, retaining those relationships so that we get referrals and get more business. So how do we create an effective referral base and build on those relationships that we currently have? My expertise and my background is that I own 2 local companies located in Naperville. The first is a digital full marketing service firm called QCamp. We create user-friendly websites, social media marketing, SEO strategy, and logo design. So basically, any of your online digital needs that you need to market your company, we do. Our parent company is called Situated Research. Situated Research is a usability firm. So what does that mean? That means that we bring in users to test websites, video games, and software. We have 6 PhDs on staff, including my husband, Dr. Sherritt, who are specialists and experts within certain areas of usability. So information architecture, human-computer interaction, communication, psychology, and so forth. We take all of that experience, and every website that we build through QCamp, we run through the gamut of testing to ensure that the end result is a user-friendly website. Not only does the website work correctly, which it should, but the experience is a good one for users. So that's our background. Things that we're going to talk about today, some key takeaways. You're going to get some tips from experts today. You're going to learn how to gain followers within your industry for your business. And you're also going to learn how to get your brand to work online. What does that mean and how do you go about it? So everyone wants to make it big online. But the key is to learn what people are interested in on social media within your industry. Every industry is different. Every industry has different stakeholders, different users, different customers. So you really need to be online to learn what people, your potential customers, are talking about. So you have to do your market research. You have to go on social media, and you have to look at channels of social media such as Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, and learn what your pool of people are talking about. What are they interested in? What do they care about? Then learn the types of posts that you should be putting out there on social media, the type of content you should be posting, hashtags, what topics. Look at your competitors' websites. That's always a good key indicator for you to look at and decide, hey, these people are really rocking it within my industry. How are they doing it? And conduct market research with your key stakeholders. Conduct interviews, focus groups, etc. So I just gave you a lot in one slide. And it's a lot, you know, when you're a business owner to be like, how do I even go about this? How do I start? How do I do this? Do I have to hire a marketing team? Do I have to outsource a marketing company? Do I really need to do all of this? I'm not going to say this just because I own a marketing company and I love your business, but as a business owner and running 2 local businesses, this is key. If you don't do it, you're not going to be marketing your company correctly. You're going to be losing out on a lot of business and you're not going to be successful. Let's face it, everyone's online. Doesn't matter your age group, what industry you're in, doesn't matter. Everyone's online. And so you have to figure out how to hone in that market. So I would say, hire someone who knows what they're doing. The number one question that you should be asking is, are people talking about my brand? Well, I can give you the answer to that question. The answer is yes. Doesn't matter what industry you're in, doesn't matter what age group your customers are, everyone is talking about your business online. Could be through reviews, it could be through conversations on Facebook, who knows? We know this because our parent company, Situated Research, has done this research since 2008. We know what your customers are doing. We have clients that we work with that are older, 60 or above, and they'll say, we're referral based, nobody's talking about us online, don't really need to focus on too much on our marketing efforts online. And I always kind of do this laugh at them. It's not a catty laugh, but it's kind of like, are you serious? Because they are online. And after we do our market research, we show them, hey, look at all this, pages and pages and pages full of people talking about you personally and your business. And they had no idea. And they thought their age group or their industry people weren't online talking, and they were. Good things, bad things, doesn't matter. The key to marketing is that you want to be the conversation starter. You do not want a conversation started about you or your business. You want to be the conversation starter, which means you need to be posting content that's relevant to your potential customers. You need to be doing it first. 95% of folks online are looking at reviews of you and your business. They look at the bad reviews. They look at the good ones. They look at the so-so ones. They look at them all. all online and visible to everyone to see. So if you're not in the know and you have no idea what conversation is being started about you, let's say you have a client or a customer who had a so-so experience. They write a review online about your company. Maybe there was some misunderstanding, miscommunication. Maybe they wrote the review and then a week later you fixed it and made their experience better and they want to keep coming back to you, but they never go back online to fix the review. This happens all the time. The best suggestion that I have for our clients is always get one step ahead. So it's hard to know who's going to be writing a bad review about you, where they're going to do it, what platform, Yelp, Yahoo, whatever. So you have to have a marketing company who's on top of all that, who monitors all this, because they're going to see the review posted right away. What's the best thing that they can do? Even if this problem has not been solved yet, write something underneath saying, we are so sorry to hear that you had such a bad experience. We did blah, 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 whatever steps you did, if you did anything to remedy the situation, and we're sorry that you continue to be unhappy. Please contact us so that we can discuss the situation or something like that. Or say, we are so sorry that you had a horrible experience, or that you feel that you had a bad experience. Please reach out to our customer service team so that we can make it right. Something like that, along those lines. But just leaving a bad review out there because you have no idea that it exists, it's going to get a lot of traction and a lot of notice. Because I'll tell you myself as a user, I purchase a lot of things on Amazon. I'm an Amazon shopper. When I go on Amazon, I look at reviews of products, especially if they're bigger purchases. I do not look at the good reviews. So I see the 5 stars. I, click on the hierarchy. I see that there's 29 1-star reviews. I read those. That's where I'm going. I understand that, some people are just picky and they're going to write bad reviews no matter what they purchase. I get that. I'm in the industry, I know. But when there's an overwhelming amount of bad reviews, I skip the product and I go to the next. And so users are doing this and we know it. Number 2 question, just show of hands. If you're on Facebook, you can put your hand up. I won't see it, but just a show of hands or put in the comment section, how many of you have a social media marketing plan? So, are you implementing this plan yourself? Okay, we have a lot of business owners who do that. They take a lot of classes online. They attend webinars like this. They try to get as much information as possible put together to come up with some marketing that they can do for their business. That's fine, especially just starting out if you are a startup company. How many of you, though, who have hired a marketing company like mine have seen the plan and, better yet, understand the plan? Okay. How many of you are in the court where your admin is doing all of your social media marketing, doesn't really have a background in it, but they're posting to save you money? There's a lot of people like that as well. Some folks here today hired a firm and then let them go. We have a client who's gone through 9 marketing firms because they had a few bad experiences. But after reviewing what the other firms did for them, there were a few good ones in there. And they were doing what they were supposed to be doing. But just because the business owner didn't understand what was happening, didn't understand social media marketing, they let these people go because they felt that they weren't getting the service that they needed or the outcome that they wanted. So this happens all the time because people just don't understand social media or metrics. So you think as a business owner, you're hiring a firm out to do your marketing because you don't have the background or the expertise and you don't have the time. So you don't necessarily need to understand everything about social media marketing. Obviously, you're outsourcing this, but the company that you're working with should be trained to teach you a little bit, just so you have a basic understanding of what they're doing. Instead of just saying, Here's my 2,000 a month, have at it, post some things. It's great. Also the metrics. So you should be getting a monthly report every month. They should be going through it with you and explaining how this post did really well, what that means for you, et cetera, et cetera. So just having a basic understanding is so important. And then are you going through marketing firms like they're out of style? We have a few clients who are doing that. Like the one client I just told you has hired, what did I say, 8 or 9 marketing firms now. And they just don't get it. And they just keep doing it. And they wait, they hire someone, doesn't go well for 4 months because they're not seeing the outcome that they think that they should be getting. And then they fire the company. And then 6 months goes by and someone says, hey, haven't seen you online, or are you doing any social media marketing? Or maybe a firm goes to them and starts talking to them and they're like, yeah, maybe we should do that again. And they pick it back up and then repeat the cycle. So we have all kinds of folks. Don't feel bad if you are a business owner and you've done some of these or all of them, or you're going through it right now. It can be overwhelming. And so our job here at QCamp is to make sure that it's not overwhelming, that you have a basic understanding, you know exactly where your marketing dollars are being spent, why and how, and what outcome you're getting. So some metrics to follow. Here at QCamp, what we do is we run a monthly report. We also have a software that we use called SharpSpring, which helps us for visitor retention. So if you know, if you're on Amazon and you're searching for a certain item, let's say a certain dress, you're on Amazon, you find it, but you don't purchase it. And then later on, you're on Facebook and you see an ad for it in the corner or in your timeline, or you're on Instagram and you see it. SharpSpring is one of those pieces of software that will do retargeting and remarketing for you. So that's what that is. And it is automatic. We also do email marketing campaigns, automation through it as well. So it follows a user from the time they first contact your business or they're contacted by your business. Let's say you send out an email to a list of people. Those people open that email, they're automatically put into the software. And then if they click on something within that email, the system in SharpSpring will see what they clicked on. So let's say I send out an email for QCamp to a random database of folks that we have. And they open the email. Well, as soon as they open the email, they're put into our system. Then let's say they click on the link about web design and they're brought to our web design landing page on our website. That's tracked within SharpSpring. So then let's say they do nothing. Well, then in our system, we have it set up, and you can set it up anyway, and we set this up for you. Let's say 3 weeks later, we send out a follow-up email. The follow-up email is on web design specifically, because that's the link that they clicked on. So it can do that, and it's all automated, which is cool. Also, your website. So understanding the metrics of your website, any Google ads that you're running, post conversion rates. One of my clients calls it clicks and clacks. It's a little shout out to you. So just knowing like how many people are clicking, how many people are coming to your website, how many people are coming to your website, landing on a landing page and not filling it out. These are all things that you need to know. Maybe the content on that page needs to be changed. Maybe you don't have good, clear calls to action. Maybe we need to look at that. Any comments and conversations online obviously need to be looked at. So these are all metrics that make a difference. And also all these metrics, so topics, actual posts, looking at repeat followers, new followers, this all has to do with your marketing. And your marketing needs to be, it needs to be coincide together. It needs to collaborate together. And you always need to be revisiting it. So if you have a marketing company that you're working with and they gave you a marketing plan at the start of your 6-month period, which is usually what companies do, it's not month to month, just because it's not effective that way. And at the end of the 6 months, or even in the middle, let's say 3 months down the road, they don't revisit the marketing plan or have a meeting with you to say, hey, let's revisit it, let them go right away. Because guess what? They're running with that original marketing plan, and marketing plans change monthly. So everything's trial and error too with marketing. So that's something else that you need to understand. What works for one company within a certain industry may not work for another because the focus is different a little bit. Everyone has their niche in the marketplace. So we could have 2 mortgage companies. One mortgage company, primarily works with veterans. Another mortgage company primarily works with commercial real estate. That's totally 2 different audiences. So it's really, really important to understand all of these metrics. And the only way to understand all of these metrics is if your marketing company is talking to you. So you want to see a gradual increase as well in all of these metrics each month. And if you're not, you need to revisit. And your marketing firm will know that. So let's explore different channels. You have the freedom to choose whatever platform you want. So the decision is, how do you decide what platforms you should be on? Because what works for one business isn't going to work for your business. As I just said, everyone has a niche in the marketplace. Everyone has a different group of customers. So we always say Facebook, LinkedIn are good starting points. Instagram's good as well. Instagram is all about images and videos. So you may say, well, my company doesn't have a lot of great images. We have graphic designers who can come up with infographics and stuff just to get a following on Instagram, because sometimes you have a different database of followers for your industry on different platforms. So these are just 3 good starting points. So where do you start? You want to create your brand's profile online. So choose your platforms and then start building your profiles, making sure that they're fully completed, making sure that you do keyword research and SEO so that you incorporate those strategies within your profile. We had a speaker, one of our groups last month, I believe it was, or maybe it was the month before, who helped us with our LinkedIn profiles. And so there are experts for that. There's experts for everything. But his talk was very effective because a lot of people, he was going on and reviewing our Facebook profile pages and saying, oh my gosh, you're missing out on these keywords, and people who type in these keywords in the search box in LinkedIn, you're not coming up. So a lot of things to kind of figure in there. Present your product or service. So how are you going to present your product or service to the public? What image do you want to portray online? What's your specialty or niche in the marketplace? And so QCamp as a marketing firm, we try to go through that with you through our planning period of about 2 weeks. With any of our marketing plans, we discuss all this, we figure it all out, we do our market research for you. But if you're doing it on your own, these are the steps that you should be taking. And then seek your target audience. Who are your key stakeholders? How do you find out who they are? Here at QCamp and Situated Research, we run different marketing so that we can do focus groups and we can do interviews and things like that. So it really helps out a lot. Okay, so people talk. So what happens offline happens online. So that's what we say here at QCamp. So we do a lot of reviews. We look at reviews. We make sure that we understand what people are commenting on, what they're posting on. What are they saying about you and your business? So we kind of talked about that a little bit earlier. You have to understand what they're saying about your business. It's so important. and respond right away. So how do you gain followers? Okay, you have to entice your audience with stunning visuals. You have to. Videos, images, however you have to do it. So again, this webinar, I'm going through different things that you can do. But again, I would simply just hire this out to a marketing firm like you can't, so it's done for you and it's done in a way that's professional. Graphic designers are huge. Video clips are huge. We do video clips for our clients, or they send us video clips. And then we take that one video and we, it could be 5 minutes long, and we split it up and we use it for a month's worth of content on all the platforms. So we do that for you. Photography, good photography is huge, especially for restaurants, any kind of visual type company. It's key to really showcasing your work. Restaurants are huge, breweries are huge. The graphics and the photography, people want to see actually what they're going to get when they come to your venue. And so photography is key. Build your brand on social media. So what does your image look like online? Okay, so you have to think about what your company does. So what I'm going to go through right here is what we take you through during the planning process of your marketing plan. We learn what your company does. We learn about the services and products that you serve to the community. We look at the components to those services or products. And then we look at, why is your team amazing? Each one of these blue dots or bubbles can be different social media posts. So we want to highlight what your business does. We want to highlight your team and your group culture, your company culture. And then we want to talk about, why should people support you? So for your team, let's talk about why your team's amazing. Highlight the people that make up your business. Create personal content. Don't just sell on social media. This is a key point here and a key tip. Don't have every post be about a product or service that you sell. Make it personable. Tell a story online. Why should people support you? This is so important. Why do people currently buy from you? Maybe you don't even know. Learn what makes your stakeholders think of your business each and every time. And then think about what makes you unique. What's your niche in the marketplace? What sets you apart from your competition? Post relevant content. I always say, don't post just to post. Don't have your admin who doesn't have a marketing background post 3 times a week just so you can say, hey, we're doing our online marketing. It's not going to be effective. You have to show people the purpose of your business. You do this through videos, you do it through case studies, you do it through testimonials. So kind of to wrap up here, successful companies are always consistent. They nail down a schedule, so they post only 3 times a week and they figure out what time their stakeholders are online, because it's not the same for every business. They answer questions immediately, or more specifically to reviews. So you can set up automated messaging, or you can assign someone the task of answering not just questions, but responding to comments as well and reviews. And interact with followers. The most successful companies are consistent with this. They interact. As much as you can engage with a follower, the better. And like I said, our software, SharpSpring, that we work with, does this retargeting and remarketing very effectively, and it's automated, which is nice. So how great brands engage with followers, these are some different ways, but again, they interact with followers. They respond to every like, comment, question, review. They're quick about it. Followers like quick responses. Why? Because it shows you care. They want quick assistance, especially with bad reviews. You want to respond right away with a thought out solution. So have that written out for your company. You should have it written out anyway if you have a customer service line or something like that. If you're selling a product especially, there should be a resolution plan. So you need to come up with that. I know that Holly was going to talk about that today. So, check out our events page for her talk, because she goes into specifics and different tips on what that resolution plan should look like. Gain trust online. Just always be authentic and keep your word. You say something, do it. Be consistent with your brand messaging as well. That will gain you trust too. Deliver an exceptional product or service. Word spreads quickly online. I cannot say that enough. So one person has one bad experience, and guess what? If they're people who go online and write reviews, they're not just doing it on Yelp. They're going to every platform they can. So make sure you are delivering an exceptional product or service. Keep the customers delighted. Always over exceed on your delivery. Do something extra. With some of our clients, if they're larger projects, or even if they're small startup companies that just started their business and we build them a website, and 6 months down the road, they're like, oh my gosh, this is great. We're being very profitable. We'll send them a bottle of champagne with a note and say, congratulations, we're so excited for you guys. And it just kind of gives a little extra to show that we care and that we really were into your project to help you to grow your business. So just do some extra things. This is a great quote here because it's so true. The best marketing doesn't feel like marketing. When you're online and you're being sold something, it's like, whoa, stop. It turns you off. So the best marketing doesn't feel like marketing. Always keep that in your head because it should be fun. Even if marketing isn't your thing, getting the word out about your business should be fun. And it should be a lot of fun to engage with your potential customers. So make it fun. And if it's not, hire it out. If you're just miserable and you're like, I can't figure this out, I'm not getting the traction that I want, just hire it out. It's plain and simple. I will let you know here at Q Camp, we are passionate about our marketing. We actually were just interviewed in the Naperville Sun and the Chicago Trib. Down to Business was the name of the article. Your website comes first and then your marketing. You really, that was a great article just because we talked about, my husband and I talked about starting our business, and we talked about how we get involved in every project that we do. And we want to help you to grow your business. So get a marketing firm that's like that wants to see you grow. So that kind of concludes our talk for today. We love talking about all things marketing, so you can feel free to call us, you can email us. There's our website there as well. So definitely reach out to us. So I want to thank everyone for attending today and on Facebook Live. Again, Holly's talk will be rescheduled for later on this year. I'm not too sure when yet. But just stay tuned on our website at oakbrookbiz.net, that's biz.net, and the events page, and you'll see that. If you are interested in our group or membership, advertising opportunities, or like I said, future events, just visit our website. And I'd like to thank everyone again and have a great day.